But how good is this rendition of the Chicago Bears going to be? Of course, they have the number one overall pick, meaning Caleb Williams, well, basically is a Chicago Bear already. So what I want to do, Amir, you have them going over their Vegas betting line at 8.5 wins. I'm not too sure yet. I can be swayed either way, and we'll talk about that here in a moment because you see here, I have all of their opponents here in 2024, 2025 at the very top. I think Detroit's going to sweep them this year. They're just too complete top to bottom. For the Packers and the Vikings, given the fact that they can improve a lot in the draft here coming up, especially the Vikings, I'm going to say that they split with both of those teams. So their division record is 2-4, and then we get into their home games. If you see a red background, of course, that means a loss. Green, of course, means a win. For the LA Rams, we both believe in them still after Aaron Donald's departure. We think that they can lose that one. I think they can beat the Panthers, Jags, and the Patriots. And then it comes down to the Seahawks and Titans. I'm going to say that they win one of those games because, of course, I'm not going to say they win all of them. They're going to either beat the Seahawks or the Tennessee Titans, bringing their record to 6-6. Then we get into their away games, and I think they lose to the Niners, they lose to the Texans, and they beat the Cardinals and the Commanders. Again, we're going to have an interesting matchup there with the number one and number two overall picks. I'm excited to see that, whether if it's Drake May or Jaden Daniels. But that brings the record to 8-8, Amir. Coincidentally, that is their line. And I think it comes down to this game against the Indianapolis Colts. If Anthony Richardson is the player that I think he can be, I think that they're going to go 8-9 because I think the Colts are going to be a playoff team in the AFC this year. And if Anthony Richardson can be the dynamic guy that he is, that's going to be tough for the Bears to stop, especially because given their front seven concerns. But if Anthony Richardson is not the guy that we think he can be, or that I think he can be, Amir, I think this is where the Bears can get over the hump and get their ninth win. But your thoughts here about the schedule and your thoughts about the Bears in 2024. Can Caleb be their guy going forward?
I keep seeing people saying, "Oh, Caleb's going to be a bust," which is crazy to me. I think Caleb, is the most NFL-ready quarterback we've seen in a minute. I mean, he already, got developed at Oklahoma, got developed at USC, and so I think for him, he's going into the most perfect system. And you saw how last year, I mean, the Bears are literally, I mean, winning games back to back to back once the defense stepped up, once they got Montez Sweat. I mean, and they pretty much bring back the entire defense to go and get Keenan Allen, go ahead and revamp the offense. And so I think, this team is going to win 9 wins minimum. It's going to be close, it's going to be tough, but I think they're going to be right at 9 wins and plus.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Especially given the additions that they've had, bringing in Keenan Allen, bringing in some guys on the defensive side of the ball. Of course, DJ Moore is only coming back better than ever. Cole Kmet gave them some good games there at the end of the season. This team is going to be super fun to watch. I want to remind people at home that rookie quarterbacks aren't supposed to play like CJ Stroud. Okay, I know Caleb Williams is this generational prospect. Many say that he could be the best prospect we've ever seen, but not all quarterbacks play like CJ Stroud did last year or like Justin Herbert did with the Chargers. Most times, I mean, more often than not, rookie quarterbacks play like Trevor Lawrence did in his first year, or even, hear me out, Bryce Young did last year, where they don't have much help. And of course, without much help, they can't produce like they should be, or at least they have the potential to be on the football field. So let's just keep that in mind. Caleb Williams has the talent, no doubt about it. But is he going to have enough help? Well, it lines up to be that way, but we just don't know how comfortable he's going to be at the next level.